The Loch Trail, so that's where we're going to start. I'm hoping this microphone isn't going to rattle off my backpack too much. So this is one of the many trails up here. This is probably one of the easier starts because there's many hills around here, so this will help me warm up my legs first. I don't normally run with a backpack, but because I'm doing some filming here today, I've got to carry certain things, so I need this wee backpack. But it's very cold, so put an extra top on, just over the top of my normal running gear, because it's a bit nippy, especially when you stop. It's about 0 degrees. No ice, but thank God. So I hope you can hear me over this heavy breathing. So apologies in advance for the breathing, but I'm running hills and it's very cold. Yeah, I'm going to get around, you can get between about 6 to 10 miles of trail running around here. You may have to do one of the wee circuits twice, so I'm probably going to get about 7 or 8 today. By the time I stop and film and stuff, it'll take me about double the time, but it's a beautiful place to run. You can see it's very wide open landscape, and I know you can see behind me, it's just covered in cloud at the minute. The Mourne Mountains and Slieve Croob and County Down behind me, so you have fantastic views 360 all the way around, and in front of me over to the left you've got Loch Ness. So lots of people use it for hiking and walks. It's very early morning here, don't expect to meet too many people. Running straight into the sun now. Oh, it's lovely. Not much heat in it, but it's just nice having it on your face. So you'll probably see some of the transmitter masts. There's one over to my right here. There's a couple up to my left. These are the main television transmitter masts you'll see just above Belfast City. Been here a long time. We're going to end up at the very top here of Divis Mountain at the highest peak. So what a view from the top of Divis here. As you can see, I'm right at the very top. This is the mast. As you can see, the telecoms mast. And if I swing round, right round, you'll see Belfast in behind me here. There's all of Belfast, plus the 2 television transmitter masts that you see from all around Belfast. Beautiful day. You can see the sun coming across and the sun rays just over my shoulder here towards the Mournes. The Mournes are hidden by the mist and the clouds. Hopefully by the time this runs over, we'll be able to see the Mournes as well. What a stunning location. It's windy. Not as windy as it normally is up here, but it's windy enough and it's cool as well. You can also see the Cave Hill just peeking over the hill there, just the top of the Cave Hill, just between that mast and the wire, and Belfast Lough. Looks so peaceful. It gets very wild in the winter and very beautiful in the summer, so it's extremes. You hardly get anything in between. But well worth the effort and the early start this morning. Can't see Lough Neagh from this side, and you can see Lough Neagh from the other side there. So this used to be a helicopter landing pad, and I'll tell you a wee bit more about that and a bit more about the history as the run progresses. I'll stop and tell you a wee bit about the history of it. But you can see these masts from all over Belfast, so everybody's familiar. I used to live in North Belfast, so look out my bedroom window and see these. And this, up until recently, was a no-go area. This was run by the Army, the Ministry of Defence. It was part of their base, and they used it to bring their helicopters in and bring, obviously, soldiers in. This is during what we call the Troubles in Northern Ireland, which ended 25 years ago. So this has all been reopened up by the National Trust, and they've done a fantastic job of it. But it's more or less kept the same way as when the military had it. Obviously they've taken all their bases away. And you'll notice when I'm running along here, you'll see these posts everywhere, because they didn't have any lights up here, so they used those posts as reflectors, and they only had dipped headlights. We used to see the lights go up and down the mountain, the jeeps and stuff like that. Back in the day. So that's the history behind it, and the National Trust has done a great job of rewilding it and coming back to its former glory, you know. But I'll tell you a bit more as we go along here. So as for the wildlife up around here, it's probably been able to thrive over all the years that it was under the MOD. There was very few people up here, so it's particularly good for wildlife up here. Diverse, not just the plants, but the animals as well, especially the birds. And you'll see some of the photographs I've taken up around here. It's rich for some of the raptors. I've done peregrines, lots of kestrels, recently hen harriers, which are a bit of a rare one, and I'm hoping to see some of them today. So I'll show you some of my footage of those. So we're going to do another trail. This is known as you can see, the Ridge Trail. So the National Trust have put these boards in now, so that you're not disturbing the bogland and peatland around here, which is precious. think they've discovered in the last 10 or 20 years that bogland and peatland is every bit as important to the ecosystem as trees are. So they're very precious about it, and who can blame them? I'm just being careful on these boards here because they're slippery. So it's great that they're here. Every now and again they have these wee grip mats here, which is handy. But you run them in the winter in the ice, they can be treacherous. Just had to concentrate getting over those boards there because they're a bit treacherous, and I had to watch where I was putting my feet. I didn't want to fall on those with this camera in my hand. So back on terra firma, and you can see, look at the light over on the top of the cave hill and stuff there. Hopefully you're picking that up. This is the second peak, Black Mountain. Don't be getting too excited. This big stone isn't the top. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is higher than the top. Feels like it. You probably hear my heavy breathing again. So there's another Ordnance Survey stone over here. Oh, look at the moors now. So you can just see them starting to peek through the mist there. I can just see Slieve Donard in the distance. Maybe by the time I finish this run, it'll be crystal clear. But because the sun is coming up on that side, they're usually blown out by the sun until late afternoon. What a view. And you can see all of South Belfast as well. See Belfast in its entirety. I'll cut across here. Bit muddy. There you go. Hallelujah! A wee shelter there for me as well. So it's the second peak today. And it's beautiful. Look at that. There's something else, isn't it? Oh, Black Mountain. South Belfast, you can see the city hospital out in the distance there. And the light just hitting one of the cranes there. So the rain's just started. I hope you can see this view through the rain. The sun just breaking through. You can see Belfast under the mist here. Didn't forecast rain, but we're getting it anyway. But what do you expect? You're up in the mountains. Nice and sunny over towards Carrickfergus, Newknawy direction, just the other side of the cave hill there. That is just beautiful. Especially behind me with the sun rays coming down over Belfast. So you can see the rain blowing in, so I'm gonna head down, get the backpack on, get a hot coffee into me. About 4 miles to go to the car park. So I'll see you back there, and hopefully it's nice and sunny back there. So I'm back in the car and getting a nice hot cup of coffee out of the wee cafe here. So down at the National Trust car park. And it's great to have that facility because you're coming off that mountain, you're foundered. So that's why I didn't film on the way down, because it was just too wet, too much rain coming down, and all the equipment I have on me just was getting soaked, and you couldn't see through the lens, you know. So the car running just to warm myself up a bit, and getting the coffee into me just to warm myself up as well. But as luck would have it, typical Murphy's Law in Irish weather, the sun comes out as soon as I hit the car park and get into the car. Another wee fact about it is that it's been used a lot in filming of, not part of it was Game of Thrones on further up the mountain, but it was used in films like Dracula and stuff like that, and Derry Girls and all. A lot of the trees along the road as you come in have been used there, but they've all come down, they've all fell down. But I managed to get some gorgeous landscape shots of them. I'll show you as part of this video. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I certainly did. I'm warming up now. Head back home, have a hot shower. So I'll catch you soon, and keep tuned for more of these videos.